Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Turnbuckle Studios and the Boar's Nest proudly bring to you its Wednesday PlayStation Showcase with your hosts. I'm OMD. He's Chris Best. How we doing tonight, brother?
Doing good. I'm a little bit scatterbrained today because the fact that I was up till 8 o'clock this morning doing an edit for something we're going to show later on in the show today. Um, but other than that, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. It was a very steady day at work today, which, for as hot as it was a bit of a surprise.
Mm.
But I'd rather that because then it gets my juices flowing. I'm not just sitting twiddling my thumbs.
Yeah, and talking with me about the news of the day, like we were when I met up with you
Yes.
today, actually.
Yes, you did.
And one of the big news for us locally that I kind of want to touch on. So anybody who's a fan of hockey, especially in Canada, knows about the big Craft Hockeyville tournament, I guess you could say, or event that they do every year. Well, this year, one of our nearest cities, Elliott Lake, won that, and now it looks like they're not getting the NHL game. However, our city, Sault Ste. Marie, could very well get that game. And it's going to be the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Ottawa Senators, by the way.
Yes. Which means if I can get tickets to that game, and I mean, by all rights, and I know they are trying because the Elliott Lake Arena just will not be ready to host it.
Right.
So by all rights, the Elliott Lake residents should get first crack at the tickets.
Oh, yeah. I said that actually on the Sioux Today article that I saw.
But if they do come available for us, I need to get tickets, and everybody knows that I am a Leafs fan, so it's going to pain me for that game to have to cheer Ottawa.
Yeah, because you have 87 reasons for not to be a Penguins fan. We covered this months ago. There's a short on Turnbuckle Studios about that.
Yes. And well, plus I need to have that little bit of a rivalry with my son, Rotten Shane Axel, because his grandparents on his mother's side are Penguins fans.
Mm-hmm.
So they're trying to get him to do that. So I got to do Ottawa for that game.
And you'll find me at that game too. I fully intend on going if they do come to our city. I'm very excited about it because I've never been to an NHL game, and it's an experience, eh?
It is. I have been to several.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen Toronto play Ottawa in Ottawa.
Yeah.
I've seen Toronto play Detroit 3 times in Detroit. I have seen Toronto play Philadelphia and Colorado in Toronto.
Yeah. Now, I believe the last time our city actually hosted it, it's an NHL preseason game, but it's still an NHL game.
Yes.
But I think the last time our city actually hosted a preseason game, if I'm not mistaken, it was Buffalo and Carolina, if I'm not mistaken.
It was. And that game, which, like I believe with this one, is an add-on to the preseason for both of those teams.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, with Pittsburgh, if they do bring it here, that is a homecoming for Kyle Dubas.
I was just going to say, when I read that article, and I was talking to my roommate about it, I'm like, Kyle Dubas is from here in the Sioux. He can pull some strings to get this game here.
Yep. Well, and the funny thing was when you had that Buffalo-Carolina game, Carolina's general manager or a member of their front office at the time was Ron Francis.
Oh, yeah. And Ron Francis, he actually has a home here in our city.
And I do believe at that time Ted Nolan was coaching Buffalo.
Yep. And as I said, I believe Ron Francis has a home here. Ted Nolan, I know, has a home here. I've seen his home.
Right.
So those two definitely pulled some strings to get the NHL here, and I'm very excited to hear that if we do get that.
The thing that's cool about those games is with them added on, you're going to get the full proper lineup. Like,
Okay.
you're not going to get a bunch of, you know, A and B level prospects coming up to play. You are going to get the Crosbys, the Malkins, the Latangs, the Stutzlas, the Kachucks, you want to name it, you're
Mhm.
going to get that.
See, I was wondering that too, because I'm like, would Sid the Kid play here? And I'm like, wait a minute. Maybe he has. I don't know. But yeah, now that you said that, that reaffirms me that we are going to get the major stars of the NHL coming in. But on that note, what do you say we move on over to some gaming news? Because the PS Plus revealed their August lineup.
Let's do that. Let's get some hellos out of the way.
Let's do that.
So
There's
to
a bunch of
Werner
them.
VFX on Twitch saying hello, and hello, Carl. Carl is not with us this evening.
Yeah, it's myself, Chris, and OMD.
Yes, we have Cafalato 941. Hello, Turnbuckle Studios. How are we doing? We are doing very well. It is our Wednesday PlayStation Showcase.
Yeah, we're gonna move into some gaming news. So, like I said, the August lineup has been revealed, which is going to be our lineup for August as well. Starting off with, let's start with the big game here. The big game of the month is going to be Lego Star Wars the Skywalker Saga. Now, what this game is it's Star Wars with all 9 episodes tied into one game.
Nice.
And I kind of like that. I may have to watch episodes 8 and 9 before I play the game, though, because those are the only 2 that I'm missing from that series. And I know you said you stopped watching after Phantom Menace when we were talking this afternoon. But I'm very excited about this because of the fact, and we talked about this before. I've played the original Star Wars, the Lego Star Wars, the original trilogy on PSP, and that game had me hooked.
Okay.
So
I've honestly been intrigued to try some of the Lego games. I can't say that I ever have, other than maybe like some racing games. But I have never tried like Lego Indiana Jones or Lego's Avengers or any of the like superhero or movie games.
here's the thing that you're going to like about this, and it's something that I've said that they need to do with movie-based video games. They need to stay true to the story of the movie.
Right.
Lego does that.
Okay.
And then they add, of course, their wacky Lego comedy to it.
Right.
But it still stays true to whatever movie they're doing. Like I played the last Lego game I played was Lego Lord of the Rings, and they stayed true to the story. I found myself having fun doing the Battle of Helm's Deep. It was awesome.
Nice. I would imagine.
The other games that we're getting too is Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. I did not know that this game even existed because I kind of lost track of the Five Nights at Freddy's games after Five Nights at Freddy's like 5, I want to say. But apparently there's 9 of them in this series.
Wow. Again, another series I have not played.
This is the first one, though, that has free roaming in it. So you're not just sitting at a security camera like you are with the other games.
Okay.
So this one has me intrigued. And at the back of my mind, I'm like, October's around the corner. Halloween's around the corner. Could they not have held off on 5 nights and put it free for that month, maybe? Unless they got something else planned. I don't know.
Right.
But this looks intriguing as well. And this is another game that I've never heard of, but it looked intriguing from what the trailer that I saw of it. A game called Ender Lilies, Quietus of the Night.
Okay.
It's a side-scrolling game, kind of look like a Metroid style game or Castlevania kind of style.
Okay.
And And right there, it says 2D action RPG. And I hear the words RPG, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to check it out.
As Mr. Best has lagged out, we completely lost what he was saying.
Beautiful lands and traversing us. Yeah, but I'm back, and I was trying to tell the story. It says here, journey through the sprawling and hauntingly beautiful lands and traversing a submerged forest, sealed off, contaminated underground cavern, and a grand castle. Formidable bosses await that will gladly claim your life given the slightest chance. Defeat these powerful foes and release them from their unending curse to recruit them as allies. Ooh. Okay. I'm intrigued. This was just a kind of a gist as far as the story goes, but I'm intrigued. Okay. This might be next week's game.
Okay.
And then of course, because we usually there's like 4, or in this month's case 5 episodes that we do. We got to wait till the middle of the month for that 4th game. But I do have a backup game in mind. Should none of those games intrigue me, and I was thinking of doing one of the Ninja Turtles games.
Okay.
Because I've got pretty much almost all of them, with the exception of some of the PS2 games.
Right. Right now, if I'm going Ninja Turtles, I am working myself personally on Shredder's Revenge.
So much fun, isn't it?
It is.
Sorry, I had to take a drink there because we do have another piece of gaming news that we've already got our September 4th episode set up. As I found out today, PlayStation is getting the day one free access to Harry Potter Quidditch Champions. That's the name. That was the name of the game. I found out afterwards.
Okay.
So I was thinking of this, and I was telling OMD this. Harry Potter's kind of a hot franchise. It's a very popular franchise. A lot of people are going to be buying this game or wanting to check it out.
Yes.
So I'm like, why don't we use our September 4th episode to showcase this game?
Right.
It's coming out September 3rd, then the day before. So that'll give me time to install the game, try it out, and then go live with the game. But speaking of going live with games, this week, you look like you got some gaming news.
I was going to say, I'm going to cover our gaming news tomorrow night on the Boar's Nest with Bubba Duke and myself when we do all things Xbox.
Yeah.
But I was going to say, what game do you have lined up for us this evening?
We're going a kind of a throwback, but not really, because it's the newest game in the series. But we're going to play some Crash Bandicoot 4. A game that was once made by Naughty Dog. We've got more information on Naughty Dog later on in the episode.
Yes, we do.
I'm dropping little hints and teasers for everybody for the next series for Saturday Night Gaming that I'm going to be doing. But right now we've got some. Okay. What am I? I gotta spell my
A, B, C.
Yeah. Normally, with these 3-letter things, I don't go PG, but because we are live, I'm going to go PG.
Right.
Okay, so it also gives you the option here, like when you start the game, to play modern, which means when you die, you restart at the last checkpoint. And it's recommended you play that way. Or you go retro, where you have like 3 lives. And once you die, that's it. Game over.
Okay. Well, Kafiliat came back and they did say that our streaming is amazing. Well, thank you. We greatly appreciate that.
We work hard every day for this to get the stuff out to you guys.
If you are liking what you see here at Turnbuckle Studios, the Boar's Nest, and of course on CBRS Entertainment, give us a like, hit that notification bell, and subscribe to us, please.
And you know what? This is a perfect segue for this for what we've got here. If you want to check out all our fine programming, watch this little video here. So many fine episodes that I'm looking forward to doing this week with all of us here.
So I am going to drop a tiny bit of news because this applies to you. It'll apply to Bubba as well. July 18th and 19th, 2025. The dates have been announced for Upheaval next year.
Trying to enjoy my black raspberry, and I gotta do the devil horns here.
The dates have dropped. We will not get lineup until early in the new year.
Yeah, I remember like around February you were giving me the lineups.
Yeah.
But we're gonna play modern here, and I'm going to. If you don't mind, I'm gonna do a quick fix here on something here.
Sure.
Okay. All right, so start game. Now, have you played any of the Crash Bandicoot games at all?
Way back when, I think I tried them and played them, but I haven't played them since they moved over to Xbox.
Okay, so when they moved away from Naughty Dog, basically.
Yeah.
Or when Naughty Dog sold the rights to the game, I should say.
Bandicoot. At last, I, the great Neocortex, have you right where I want. And now, the final blow!
Now, just like the SpongeBob games, there's a bit of a wackiness to Crash.
Right.
Entropy. It's going to fail. Again!
At least Uka Uka and I attempt to free us from this prison. I won't sit idly by and listen to your inane ramblings for another decade. Chew.
Is he dead?
Leave him. He served his purpose.
So the reason why this game excites me to play this is because while last week I said that the very first PS1 game I ever played was Twisted Metal 2,
Right.
the very first PS1 game I ever owned was Crash Bandicoot 1.
Nice.
I got that the same Christmas of 97, I think it was. I got my PS1, Final Fantasy 7, and Crash Bandicoot 1, a Japanese wrestling game called Power Moves Pro Wrestling.
I remember it.
And Cool Borders 3 for Christmas. And it is game time. Okay.
All right. So we're figuring out some controls here now, or?
Yeah, I'm remembering things I had to do when I tried this game off sim. Oh yeah, I can wear a Mexican hat. A
Sombrero.
I'm now. Oh, I was Tito Santana for a second. I can go back and put it back on. Speaking of Tito Santana, actually, I read something that was really interesting that I did not even remember or even know happened.
Okay.
Tito Santana is the first man to have ever beaten The Undertaker.
Really?
Yep. I did not know that because around the time that Taker came in, that's when Tito was mostly jobbing for new and upcoming stars. But Tito holds the first pinfall victory, and I just died. Tito holds the first pinfall victory over The Undertaker. I thought that was cool. Okay, I did not know you could do that. Or if you hit L2, you can actually look at like your stats at a quick glance. That's cool. And of course, as you can see, for anybody who's played the Crash series, this game is a complete throwback to.
Quickly, we must go.
As I was trying to say, this is definitely a throwback to the original Crash games. The whole straight going down, basically, you're going down a hallway and exploring the level. It's awesome.
Crash! Quickly, we must go.
Trying to be careful and not whap those spin attack those TNT things. And what I just grabbed there is a thing that helps you eventually become invincible. This thing that's floating around me here. OMD, I think you're muted if you're trying to talk to me.
No, I was watching a very, very interesting face turn in the most tedious 2 hours of TV this week.
Okay, who turned face?
Kyle Fletcher.
What? That dude is no. I'm sorry, but no, that dude's total heel.
Kyle Fletcher just came out to make the save for Will Ospreay and called out MJF.
Is MJF working heel again?
Yes.
Because when he got hurt or when he had left for the contract negotiations, he was babyface around then.
Yeah. No, he came back, was face for about 2 weeks, and then turned.
Oh, guess I don't have a time to drink. I thought we were getting a cutscene.
And MJF has also then since taken the AEW International title and made it the American Championship.
It's kind of a dumb name.
Which is kind of what Will Ospreay did in Japan with the U.S. title, making it the British title.
Well, that kind of makes sense, right? Because he is British himself, you know?
Yeah, but so MJF is American.
True. So it's okay. Okay, I see where it's going, because it's kind of like when Lance Storm won the U.S. title and turned it to the Canadian title.
Yeah. And the really funny thing in all of this is Don Callis is in the ring shaking his head at Kyle Fletcher.
I don't know what it is about Don Callis, but I respect what he's done in the ring, but I just can't get behind anything he does.
You know what I think is happening? I think that Mark Davis is ready to return from injury.
Uh-huh.
So I'm wondering if we are going to get the United Empire reuniting.
Jesus. Hmm.
But
Oh, why did I jump into that shot?
okay, so yeah, I can definitely see the Castlevania, Metroidvania style.
Yeah. Oh no. That's I was talking about that with that Endure Lilies, but yeah, I actually kind of see the vibe in this too.
Um, so I mean, it's certainly
But
not a bad
oh,
thing, but it's
sorry, I'm
certainly
just
from my vantage point, it actually makes like
sorry, I
this
lagged out.
this from my vantage point, this side scrolling platforming, which I absolutely love. It's just very, very difficult to focus on it
Mm-hmm.
at this angle.
Well, yeah, because there's actually a lot of things that are going on. As you can see, there's a lot of things going on the screen, right? Like as far
Yeah.
as like stats and everything like that, things I've collected, um, showing how many lives I've got, all that kind of thing. I think this is the farthest I've made it in this game, by the way. Because
Okay.
when I picked it up a week or so ago, which by the way, a little story about this game. So this game actually came out to the PS Plus 2 years ago. I had it in my collection. I didn't know I had the game.
Oh, jeez.
So and the reason why I decided that we were going to do this game is because I've been wanting to play this game, and I almost bought it. But when I go to the PlayStation Store to look to like make the purchase, it said the game is in your library. Download now. So I'm like,
Okay.
all right. And then I actually had to go into my library to dig to find it. I'm like, I don't even remember getting this game. So I go on Google to find out when it came out for PS Plus, because that would have been the only way I would have gotten this game, because I have a thing where I remember every video game purchase I've ever made.
Right.
And believe me, I would have remembered buying this game. And it was actually like, I was actually trying to look at the cost for the Crash Bandicoot Insane trilogy as well, because I'm looking at buying that game at some point.
Right.
And
well, and I mean, like, because now we are hearing, like, and I mean, there's a lot of rumors, and we'll say that rumors, we don't know whether they're coming or not. About a new Crash Bandicoot, about a potential new Spyro.
I heard about the new Spyro. The Crash Bandicoot one I heard was going to be a new racing game, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, no, I have heard a potential of a new platformer,
which I would be all for, because I really do enjoy the Crash games.
Right.
The only Crash games I didn't really care for were the ones that were on the Game Boy Advance, because they were meh.
Right. But we also know that right now all of this has to be taken with a grain of salt, because we just don't know.
Yeah, because
we've been hearing for a number of years. But now that, Activision, Blizzard, and all of that was purchased by Microsoft and Xbox, we've got to wait. Because I've seen it come in, I've seen them debunked, I've seen them come back up, I've seen them debunked.
And here's the thing that I've been noticing about Activision lately. They don't like to reveal anything until they've got something meaty for the audience to chew on,
Right. The other thing that, bugs me with Activision, and this is something that Bubba and I have ranted on the Boar's Nest as well, is the head of Activision has said, it doesn't matter if the player or the gamer pays $80 for the game. They're still only renting it.
That's part of the reason why, because I saw something about similar to this. So, in entertainment news, Redbox has completely shut down.
Yes.
So, anybody who's purchased online movies with Redbox have now lost those movies. They don't have access to watch them at all. And that's why with my PS4, I've told you how many games I actually have on my system.
Right.
I have close to 200 games on my system. Not through PS Plus, 200 games that I purchased myself.
Right.
So if PlayStation ever shuts down, I still have access to those games.
Yes.
Because they're on my system.
Yes, and that is the same thing where, as I will touch on tomorrow with Bubba, Xbox 360 games are still available if you have them on your console.
Yeah, and I gotta go into my PS3 to check and see if I have access to deleted games I have in my PS3 library on the PlayStation Store. Because I've actually got a lot of classic games, and maybe one day I'll flick on the PS3 and we'll do a stream of some classic gaming there.
Right.
Whoops, I missed the control. Okay, actually, this is about as far as I made it. Is this rope here?
Okay.
Which, by the way, these peaches that I'm collecting, these millions of peaches for me,
Right.
they're kind of like the coins in Mario, basically.
Right. I was going to say, are you moving to the country? Going to eat a lot of peaches?
Yeah, I almost actually bought peaches today when I went grocery shopping. Well, I'm looking for a thing like, because it's been like stupid hot here for anybody who doesn't know. And to me, peaches are like an extremely refreshing fruit.
They are.
So I almost bought a small bag of peaches to keep me refreshed. But then I saw the sparkling ice and like, okay, I got to buy that. And I saw Vinny, who his shoot job is working for Coke, and I got a fresh pack of Coke off him. And when I mean fresh, is he literally came off the truck and was coming out from the back way by the eggs and the milk with his thing. And I'm like, Vinny, can I grab one of those? And he's like, yep, here you go.
Nice.
So I've got a fresh 6-pack of Coke, and I'm happy. Well, I shouldn't be. Well, yeah, I'm happy that I got fresh Coke, fresher than. Oh geez. I totally did not realize that ledge was invisible.
And these are fresh bottles of Coke. We'll leave it at that.
Yep. But he talked to me about the show in September, which is the only show on the CWE tour that he's going to be doing, because he's flying out to Montreal to take part in Jacques Rougeau's Wrestling Academy.
Oh, very nice.
Whoa. Okay, I got to time this part.
Right?
Yeah, I don't know if he wanted me to reveal anything, but he was told last year by Jacques Rougeau himself to come be a part of it.
I knew he had mentioned something about that, but I thought that was last year after
Rumble to Remember last year.
Yeah, and I can't remember which guest that was, if that was one of the shows I made.
That was Jacques Rougeau's show.
Okay, so I didn't make that show.
Yeah, and you really should have, because that was a good show. Why can't I get it? There we go. Okay, I didn't get hit by that thing. Ooh, oh, that was quite a move. Okay. This is gonna be. Oh God. Why didn't I make that? I should have made that one.
I don't know, but I see something glowing nuclear in the corner.
Yeah, that's some bird thing. I don't know. I can't get. Can I get to it? I wonder. Nope. It's an invisible walls. Welcome to 90s gaming with invisible walls. Remember those friggin' how annoying those were?
Yes.
Oh, there we go. I was gonna do like jumping and get the other boxes, but I'm like, screw it. I'm gonna go right through.
Yep. I don't blame you. Splat. Here's the Bandicoot.
Oh, I gotta run from this guy. Because typically when they face the camera this way, it means run, you know?
Yep.
And it looks like I gotta run from that energy field he's throwing at me. And collect as fast as I can. Oh, yeah, that's gonna daze me. So one of my favorite things is because this game, the Crash Bandicoot series, as I stated, was originally Naughty Dog,
Right.
who made these games. One of my favorite things about playing Uncharted 4 was the fact that there's a part in the game where you can play one of the levels in Crash Bandicoot 1. I thought
really?
Yeah, it's so much. It's so cool. Which to me says, and I know you don't really like this term, but I just got trapped. That kind of opens the forbidden door, as it were, for gaming.
Right.
Because Activision, when Crash Bandicoot got sold to them, that included the first 3 games, which was the only games that Naughty Dog made as well.
Okay.
So they had to, Naughty Dog, in order to actually get the first Crash Bandicoot on Uncharted 4 again, they had to talk to Activision about getting the rights to allowing them to use the game.
Right.
Okay, I got to stop collecting all those boxes at that part. That's my greediness coming into play there.
Yep.
And I got to time my jumps on that. Reached the end of the level and got myself a trophy for it.
Nice.
Mm.
No way. Not in a million years. Get him off, get him off, get him off.
Gosh, that
Lonnie Lowly? If the quantum masks have returned,
Hey, Aku, how's it going? Is that a quantum rift?
It appears to be a door between dimensions.
Yes, yes. The kind we keep shut. We have to go through. Find my siblings and fix this before some punk with a big evil plan and a bigger ego does something monumentally stupid.
Uka Uka unknowingly paved the way for our.
You know, with this animation style, I'm getting a lot of like Despicable Me kind of vibes off of it.
Okay, yeah, I can see it. I've honestly never seen the Despicable Me movies, but
I saw the first one, and that was it. I kind of want to see the other ones, to be honest with you.
My potion will make me and them unstoppable.
Right, yeah, fine, sure. Have fun with your.
I should actually go through and check my Activision membership with Xbox and see what I'm actually eligible to play.
By my calculations, our enemies are already moving against us. And we.
But if you will give me one moment, it is time for my patented OMD locker room visit.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the thing I was wondering about. It says here, dimensional map. Welcome to the dimensional map. Here you can select levels to play, switch between Crash and Coco, change skins and replay levels, and take on time trials. Okay, cool. Okay. I'm checking everything out here. So we can play as Coco. Want to see what these skins are. I wonder. So it looks like there's a lot of unlockable stuff to do with this game. But we're going to get right into the next level, which is called a real grind.
So we need the other masks to close the rifts?
Correct. Now my brother Akano is around here somewhere. Behold the aforementioned putz.
Don't worry. We have a thing where we fight, he loses. It's a well-established dynamic.
Not this time. The backstage pass for you to get up close and personal with my weapon of mass percussion. I'm ready to rock.
Sorry, just give me 1 second. I'm checking something right quick here.
All right, I have returned.
You have returned. I'm just trying to look for something real quick here because I heard one of the voices just sounded very recognizable to me, and I'm making sure it is who I think it is.
Oh, and as of an hour ago, as we touched on earlier, Sudbury and not Sault Ste. Marie will get the NHL preseason game.
Well, do you want to make a trip to Sudbury?
No, I'm good with that. Means now I can look at going to see Skillet with Evanescence.
All right. Well, that sucks. Huh, this is interesting now. Oops. Oh, Okay, so they gave me this new power with this blue mask guy where I can change around things. Like you see this invisible bridge, I can make it visible now.
Okay.
And this piece of land over here and these boxes I can switch out as well. So I got to be careful that I don't hit the R2 button or the triangle button because that's what changes everything. I'm preferring to use the R2 button because it just feels more comfortable that
Right.
way. But what I was going to say before you took off, I'm actually surprised that this game doesn't have a world map, but then the game was like, yo, here's a world map.
That is actually pretty cool.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's actually nice seeing invisible TNT. I don't like the look of that thing jumping up.
It's the Crash version of the Rancor.
It actually kind of reminded me of that. Which makes me wonder what the Rancor is going to look like in the Lego Star Wars game.
Right?
Huh. Mm. Oh, I guess it's like the piranha planes in Mario. Remember, if you got too close to them, they don't jump. Oh, I spoke too soon.
Right?
In Mario, what I was trying to say, in Mario, if you got too close to those piranha plants, they didn't come out of the pipes.
Right?
Okay, so they jump up twice and bite.
It's like 3 or 4 times.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's twice for that one. And then he goes back down. I thought that green thing was good because usually
Green.
I was gonna say usually in video games green means good. Why did I do that? Oh wait. Oh, I'm still alive. I thought I jumped into the enemy. Oh, there's the warning. Nitro crates explode on touch. Oh, whatever. How do I? What?
You're gonna have to.
Oh,
try and
yeah,
jump
yeah.
through, and then
Yeah, I have to jump through that thing, hit the R2 before I land on the gas can on the oil drum. Oh, I got up here. Okay, that was cool. It'll be just like this here, this spot here. Ah, couldn't do the double jump. That's what I was trying to do there.
right. So all in all, I want an honest opinion on this game. Is it, as much of a throwback? Are you getting those retro vibes from it?
Oh, I totally am. I very much am. And I'm getting also the same kind of frustration I used to get because of how they're in the first game. I remember there were spikes of difficulty as the levels went on,
Right.
which is, how it was for 90s gaming.
Right.
But all in all, I am very much enjoying this, and this is going to be it's going to be a nice throwback for just whenever I just want to do like a Mario style game.
Right.
And there have been times on PlayStation where I'm not going to lie, where I've been craving a Mario platformer style game. And I've literally, because of that, I've gone on to Best Buy to look at the cost of a Switch so I can consider getting one.
Right.
Okay.
There we go.
That's why it messed me up, because when you jump off here, the camera turns so that it makes you go this way. Or I can go the other way.
See, if it wasn't too much, I'd say let's split the cost on a Switch, but I'd never be able to get it out of my house because when Shane's here.
I'd never get it out of my hands because I like the idea of bringing like all the classic Nintendo games on the go with me. I've always wanted to do that,
I would have it. Yeah, I'd have it at work with me.
No word of a lie. Last night, you know how I said I'm considering taking a 3 a.m. trip over to Circle K?
Yep.
I did do that. And because the gentleman that was working there pretty much finished up his work for the night and was just waiting on customers. He was sitting there playing a Switch when I walked in.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, sorry about that. It's a Tuesday night at 3 a.m. Like, who's going to go to a Circle K at that time?
Right.
And I'm like, dude, I totally get you. I'm like, I used to bring headphones with me to work on nights like that when I used to do graveyards at Basics.
Yep.
There's a lot of quick thinking on this part, by the way.
I can see that. Especially as Crash goes splat.
Yeah. Oh, there's a new move. Fucking Superfly drop or something.
Ground pound. See, it's honestly too bad that they're, not cross-platform and not two-player games, because I do have on my old console the Banjo and Kazooie series.
That's a game I've because when it was on the 64, I wanted to try it. But at the same time, I had a hard time ever trying to find that game.
Right. Well, Rare made it. They made it part of Rare Replay, which is 29 games in one, including Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Nice.
but I just downloaded them because you can get them all as part of Rare Replay or as part of or individual.
So Rare Replay kind of sounds to me like what we've got on PlayStation with Ubisoft, which is Ubisoft Classics.
Yeah.
Ubisoft Classics gives us practically all of the Assassin's Creed games, with the exception of the first one, which kind of sucks because I've been kind of craving to play the first one again. But it also makes me jealous that you guys have Rare as part of Xbox. Because, again, one of my favorite fighting games, which was made by Rare, is Killer Instinct.
Yep. Well, and it's included in the Rare Replay.
I know it is. That's why I want it. And there's a part of me that's almost tempted to...
And believe it or not, even when the Xbox first launched, one of the first games that came out for it, and I'm going all the way back, was a rebooted Killer Instinct.
Yep, because when I won my Xbox One through a Pepsi contest that was being held at Sioux College, one of the first games I managed to get was that that rebooted Killer Instinct, because it was put out free to play.
Yes, it was.
Okay. Oh, somehow I have 17 lives.
Okay.
I don't know where that came from.
Well, as you have 17 lives, we are approaching that time of the night.
Yeah, but I'm gonna finish this level before we end the show because I really don't like leaving our viewers in suspense, as it were. Even though I do that all the time on Saturday Night Gaming, but that
I was gonna say what a load of hogwash.
Yeah. Well, see that makes sense, right? Because those are story-based games I do on that night.
Right.
Oh wait, that's not lives. That's counting how many times I died. Come on, let's get through this level. Let's see the end of this. How did I make it through that?
How did you miss that?
Actually, when it's hard to judge like just how far you need to jump when it's the camera's like this, you know.
Right, yeah, it messes with the depth perception.
Yep. My depth perception must be off again. Wait, how do I do this? Did I miss something?
I think you've got to slide.
Oh, I forgot about that special thing that I got to do with my powers. Whoops. Okay, I thought I had to use the boxes to jump on, but I don't. So, kind of happy about that. There's a lot of innovative controls in this, and
I see that.
I'm really digging that. You know. And that's the end of the level.
That it is. So you've been saying you were going to drop some teases tonight. Now, for Saturday Night Gaming, I'm wondering if we are getting to the last of the teases.
We are getting to the last of the teases, and here we go, folks.
I've been on quite the adventure, little brother.
I reckon it's got something to do with that girl.
Why the hell are we smuggling an infected girl? If I get into trouble down there, you make every shot count. It's got everything to do with that little girl.
Oh, I can't wait to get started on that series. That is, as you know, OMD, that is my most favorite game ever.
Yes.
So.
Yes. It is one that I did try in the brief time that I had a PS4. It is something that I would love to see Xbox get access to, or to be able to at least try it out over there. And I mean, but I do also understand, that I believe it is a PlayStation exclusive.
To a degree, yes, because the remake that was put onto PS5 and Last of Us 2, and I think the Left Behind DLC are all available to play on Windows.
Okay. Now we've got Toxic Gaming coming in and saying, "Sup, peeps?"
Oh, not much. We're wrapping up our show, so you came in late.
Oh, it's my boy Pinches.
Oh.
I know Pinches. What's going on, brother? Pinches is over from Energy Rock Radio.
Oh, cool. Cool. Glad to have you here. We just dropped a teaser for Saturday Night Gaming. August 10th, we are going to be starting the Last of Us series. And OMD, I highly recommend you check this out because I know that you like stuff that has a very, very deep story.
Yes.
This game just plays with your emotions. You're going to love it.
Yep.
It's not like, as some people would say, a dumb zombie shooter.
Right. No, it's not.
No. But on that note, what do you say we hand out them old socials there?
I think we can do that. I think we can tell the people where they can find us. Not just see us, because we already showed them that.
Yeah. And where will they find you?
The people can find me on Facebook, Daniel Hrycyk, Hrycyk. On Snapchat, One Man Dynamic, capitals on O, M, and D. On Twitch at OMD17, and on Discord at OMD6370.
All right. And you guys can find me at youtube.com at CBRS Entertainment, twitch.tv, CBRS_entertainment, threads.net at CBestFilms83, Facebook.com, Chris.best83, and TikTok.com, CBRS.entertainment. Excuse me. And on that note, as we say goodnight, what are those famous words of the one Carl Karafel would say?
In the immortal words of Carl Karafel, ladies and gentlemen, the world is a scary place. Take care of each other. From all of us here at the Boar's Nest, Turnbuckle Studios, to those of you out there, wherever you are, good night, good luck, we out.